Good afternoon and welcome to NHADEC's Lunchtime Connections. Today is Wednesday, April 18th, 2018, and today we'll be hearing from Mercury Systems, Argentech Solutions, and the McAuliffe-Shepard Discovery Center. The purpose of this webinar is to introduce NHADEC members to one another and to give each one the opportunity to tell us about their business and their capabilities. My name is Stephanie McLaughlin, and I will be your host today. I am the principal of Savoir-Faire Marketing Communications. I am a NHADEC member and as well a member of the NHADEC's Marketing Committee. The format of today's webinar is as follows. We have three companies presenting. Each presenter will have approximately 8 minutes to talk about their company. And at the end of each presentation, there'll be a short period of Q&A. You're welcome to either ask a question of the presenter directly, or you may type your question into the chat pane and I can pose the question to them. I will be monitoring time and keeping us on track today, and if we're running short, I may close Q&A, at which point folks still with questions left are certainly welcome to connect with the presenter directly. You can raise your hand in the webinar controls or use the chat pane if you have any questions for me during the webinar. And with that, I think we're going to get started. And now I'd like to introduce Jean Jurulskis of the McAuliffe-Shepard Discovery Center. The center's executive director is with us today.
Hello, everyone. Well, let me start with our mission. And it's pretty formal language. A lot of us worked on it. Our mission is to inspire every generation to reach for the stars through entertaining, artful, and engaging activities that explore astronomy, aviation, earth, and space science. And our vision is to be a sustainable memorial that will engage minds, make learning fun, and inspire people of all ages to pursue lifelong learning about our universe. And more informally, we want to show everybody how much fun engaging in science, technology, engineering, and math truly are. A lot of people are intimidated by science, terrified of math. They think engineering is just a magical thing and bridges just appear. Airplanes just fly. So our job is to both show people how things work and how they can be involved in them so that young people have all the possibilities in the universe before them when they're deciding what to be when they grow up. And as you get older and older, you just keep learning more and more and more about our universe. Okay, next. So we are dedicated to two of New Hampshire's finest space pioneers. We have Alan Shepard, who was born in East Derry, New Hampshire, went to Pinkerton High School and graduated from there, went on to the Naval Academy, became a Navy test pilot, America's very first astronaut, and then commander of Apollo 14. He's one of only 12 human beings who've set foot on the moon. And then Krista McAuliffe, who was a Concord High School teacher, a social studies teacher, and she was chosen over 11,000 other applicants to become NASA's first teacher in space. And the McAuliffe-Shepard Discovery Center came about first as a dedication to Krista McAuliffe. Back in 1990, the people of New Hampshire created a planetarium to honor Krista. And then when Alan Shepard passed away in 1998, we spoke with Krista's family and Alan Shepard's family and decided to also honor Alan Shepard at this facility. And when the original facility was designed, it was just a 9,400 square foot standalone planetarium, which didn't really serve the needs of the public that had come to use it. So we ended up expanding, and we now have a over 45,000 square foot science museum and planetarium that takes our inspiration from both of these two wonderful people. Next slide. So our focus is all on STEM. We are all about STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. We started many years ago as a state agency, and after 22 years, we separated from the state, created our own independent business. We had our nonprofit launch on New Year's Day in 2013. We're a 501c3 organization, so if anyone's in the mood to give a gift, your donation is tax deductible. And since we launched as a nonprofit, we've served over 250,000 people, both visitors and participants in our educational outreach programs. And that includes over 58,000 pre-kindergarten through 12th grade students who come here on school field trips, and another 20,000 additional students that we reach by bringing our portable planetarium and our telescopes to schools, libraries, boys and girls clubs, community venues all over New England. We are actively engaged in getting kids, families, and lifelong learners to love STEM. And we do this through a variety of different ways. We have interactive STEM exhibits, both permanent ones that stay here and ones that we bring in from all over North America. We have planetarium shows that we bring in from all over the world. We do summer STEM day camps in rocketry, coding, 3D design and printing, aeronautical design, space exploration. We have a first Friday night lecture and workshop series, which includes night sky observing, pending clear skies. And we have an annual aerospace festival, which I really want to highlight today because it's coming right up. It's on May 5th, Saturday. That is the first Saturday in May, and it also just happens to be the 57th anniversary of Alan Shepard's first space flight. We also have an after-school program that we collaborate with the Boys and Girls Club on, and we have homeschool workshops every month, and we just do everything we can think of to get people excited about STEM. We're Northern New England's own Air and Space Museum. We're centrally located right off I-93 in our 45,000 square foot facility, which includes about 20,000 square feet of exhibit space. We also have some outdoor interactive exhibits, including a 92-foot tall Mercury Redstone rocket out front. And our planetarium theater is all digital with a 40-foot dome screen and 103 seats. We have an observatory and a cafe. And the people who come to us are about 74% from all over New Hampshire and about 96% from all over New England. And then we get people from all over the world, but 99% of our visitors and program participants are from the U.S. We draw predominantly mixed generation family groups, parents with kids, grandparents with grandchildren. We have about 25% of our visitors are kids on school field trips. We also have individuals and senior groups, veterans groups, tour groups, educators. So we serve pretty much everybody, the business community as well. We're open year-round with expanded hours in the summer and during school vacation weeks. And we're pretty much a 24/7 operation because we have our public hours, our school hours, our evening programs, and overnight programs with scouts. And so one of the things we would like to really focus on is our NHADEC members, where we're a great venue for you to bring family and friends, to host your prospective and current customers, to learn about the latest in space exploration. We do facility rentals of our full facility or just rooms, which is great professionally and personally. And this is a wonderful place to engage and inspire tomorrow's scientists and engineers, and put your name on the place if you're so inclined and would like to make a donation. So upcoming STEM adventures, just quickly, we're open 7 days a week now through the end of April. It's the last chance to see our exhibit True or False. We have Aerospace Fest coming up May 5. A new exhibit all about math that's going to be really fun, May 25 through September 2. And then we've got our Superstellar Fridays coming up the first Friday of every month. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
That's great, Jean. Thank you so much. Because we are, doing this in the context of the New Hampshire Aerospace and Defense Export Consortium today, I'm curious to know how what you guys do over at the Discovery Center impacts the pipeline for our NHADEC members' employee pools in the future.
Well, what we think is really important is to catch kids while they're young. As kids get older, a lot of girls turn away from engineering and science. There are a lot of people who think they can't do things that they really can, but they get intimidated or there are social pressures. So if we start them really young and get them excited about trying all of these different things in all kinds of different ways, either through a quick visit or an extended workshop or a very extended after-school program that can go on through the whole school year, we can start getting kids thinking about becoming the engineers that our NHADEC members need, or the people who are going to be the scientists that are really part of NHADEC. A lot of places are very interested in supporting college-level students, but if you don't get them when they're young, in elementary and middle school, they are not going to continue in the sciences and other STEM fields in high school and on to college. So if we can create a lifelong love right here, right now, then that's going to do us really good as a state and as a nation as the kids get older.
Great. Thank you, Jean. Hey, one
Sure.
last question for you. I've been to the Discovery Center many times, and it's just such a cool spot. What's your favorite thing about the Discovery Center?
My favorite thing is walking out on the floor, looking to see if kids look confused about how anything works, and go over and talk to them about it, and just see that spark light up in their eyes. That's when I was a kid, my uncle had hung a map of the solar system up on the wall, and that's where my interest really started. And I just want to create that same spark. And when I can go out on the floor and talk to kids about how things work, why airplanes stay up in the sky, how we know what's on the surface of Pluto, that's just really heartwarming for me.
What a great opportunity. Thanks so much for joining us today, Jean. I appreciate you being here with us.
Well, I appreciate the opportunity. Thank you.
So that brings us to the end of our Lunchtime Connections today. Thank you so much to all of our presenters, as well as the audience, attendees, and everybody watching this at a later date. I sincerely appreciate your time and attention. If you are watching this and would like to participate in an upcoming episode, please drop me an email at stephanie@savoierfair-us.com. And certainly if you'd like to refer back to this presentation or share it with someone you think would be interested, the video of today's episode is going to be posted onto YouTube and onto the NHADEC blog. So we hope that you will help us spread the news of these three NHADEC members. Thanks so much, everyone. I hope you have a great afternoon.
Thank you. Good.